There it is. A memory once loved, but now cold, alone. Unforgiving and unforgivable. I don't know why it's still played, even now. Does anyone really want to subject themselves to such torment? Is there a reason? What would the reason be? But then again, why does anyone do anything? This cat's 9 lives curled up and died long ago. I only hope they stay dead. Nobody should have to go through the pain and torture that I did. God knows why anybody found this enjoyable in the first place. How quickly the tides turn.
Right, you muckers, Matt here. It's that time of year once again. Nobody asked to be drowned in the Christmas spirit, yet democracy does it anyway. We truly live in a society. About a week ago, the higher-ups instructed me to look at a game that I've had PTSD about since the first time I played it. Clearly, lemons have a weird sense of humour. However, I've trained myself not to have a fit when looking at it. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. God damn it!
Greetings, gentlemen.
Yo.
Good evening, Mr. Teller.
You are curious about the case, I believe. I presume the documents saw you well?
They didn't see me well. I'm still depressed.
They can see me?
Did my colleagues bring you up to speed?
No.
Your company literally hires lobotomized monkeys. Take a guess.
Well then, I'll fill you in. We begin our story in the beta realm. McGinnis is supposed to be reviewing a video game for our internet programming. However, something about it has sent him into a frenzied rage.
Hold it.
What?
Which game?
The first Bubsy.
Oh no.
Oh, for God's sake, I knew it. I knew it.
We knew he wouldn't like it, but we weren't expecting...
Don't know what you were expecting? Bullshit. Surely you know of its reputation on the internet and how derided it is. Forcing him to go through that is like handing him a loaded gun and telling him to shoot himself. Didn't you know that the game in question would cause this reaction?
I did, but they wouldn't listen to me.
Well, this is a very interesting development. Who's they?
Enough! Let's begin.
Hey, I'm calm now. Apparently all I needed was a good scare. Bubsy's the closest thing a human can get to being tortured. Now I know how the inmates feel. But is it A, a good game, B, a stain on humanity, or B, the answer's B? And I'll tell you why. As every man, woman and child on the internet with an opinion will tell you for brownie points, the 90s were stuffed to the gills with mascot characters. Every game company looked at the success of Sonic and went, hey, we can do that! This mindset led to bucket loads of characters who didn't age very well, were borderline racist, died before they arrived, were borderline pornographic, were rude because reasons, or in today's case study, were developed by Satan himself. This attempt to combine elements of Mario and Sonic led to the most boring yet anger-inducing game ever made. Which is all the funnier because the company who developed it was called Accolade. The only accolade these guys got was having their games in landfill. E.T.'s not looking too bad right about now, is it? Hold on a minute. Hello.
Open the damn door!
Whose voice was that?
A criminal. He's helping.
On parole, I imagine.
Well, yes. Of course.
Objection, you hesitated.
Overruled. Do not waste my time with trivialities. Mr. Blake has returned from his own expedition and is visiting McGinnis to wish him a happy Christmas.
Is he joining in the review?
Not quite.
You took your time.
Be thankful I answered it all.
Why, what's bugging you?
Lack of money and food.
Wait, you haven't been paid?
You better fucking believe it. Oh, what the fuck?
Keep the change.
Is yours?
Nah, I took it off an old guy.
You fucking what?
Actually, I'll clarify. It's corpse.
So this is blood money?
Blood came off of the wipe. It's fine. Keep that up, and you're gonna break a bone.
He's already broken all his limbs.
What, by doing that?
Nah, political debate.
That checks out.
Alright, what's on the hit list for today?
That crappy game I told you about, Bubsy.
Damn.
I don't pity you. That game started wars.
It did?
No, but are we gonna stand around waiting until it does?
Shall we take this outside?
I may as well.
So the ass in the sky wants to do YouTube content.
Yes,
I used to be a YouTuber.
so was I. Thought I already mentioned that.
How far did you get?
Couple hundred subs, not gonna lie.
You fucking loser.
I lost some after the pandemic.
How long has it been?
4 years? 2017, if it helps.
As long as I've been gone, then.
Yup.
Time travel's a bitch.
That's a weird name for a dog.
Shit game. Bad copycat. What went wrong?
Everything. You ever copied somebody's homework before?
Well, yeah.
Why be original when you can rip off somebody else? You disappoint me. Anyway, Accolade took the level style of Mario and paired it with the speed from Sonic. Anyone who ever wanted Sonic in an official Mario game? Is this enough justification for such a crossover to never exist? Mario Sonic at the Olympics doesn't count. Shut up.
Don't fucking discourage them.
Why not?
Fan fiction?
You read those?
For comedic study.
Let's go through the basics of the gameplay. Now, if you're the type of person who doesn't like negativity, don't let the door hit you on the way out. But for everyone else, Bubsy has no sense of speed or acceleration. He goes from 0 to 60 in no time flat. Now, initially, that sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? Yes, very meme quality, thank you very much. But running through the stages, that would be ill-advised. The correct means of traversing a level is to go incredibly slowly and take your time. Should you decide I'm talking utter bollocks and start charging forward like there's no tomorrow, you will discover this game's main issue. By the way, I hope whoever coded the camera in this game went to jail or goes to hell, because they fucking deserve it. Bubsy's main weakness is his inability to see more than 2 feet in front of him. Should have gone to Specsavers. This is conveniently where the developers put most of the obstacles, and there are plenty of them. To make matters worse, Bubsy himself is a weakling. He dies in 1 hit. That's more pathetic than I am.
Wow. Just wow.
Well, you see, that's how reality works. I've done the math.
And now, the causes of death.
Alright, let's see now. Jumping from a car, falling from a great height, running into people, slightly grazing an object, a wrong button input, randomly timed stage hazards. Yeah, there's like 324,000 others that are all versions of these, and that's only the first level. There are hundreds upon thousands more that happen throughout the rest of the game. Oh yeah, this is a little aside. I was playing the carnival level the first time I played this game, and I fell off one of the balloons that is supposed to get you to higher ground, so I jumped on it from the wrong side, and I died somehow. But I've never been able to replicate that any other time I've played the game. It's been perfectly normal, so I don't know if that was a glitch, if that was a bug in the game, or what the deal is, but yeah, that's a bit odd. Anyway, that's all the ways you can die.
I don't know, seems reasonable to me.
You wouldn't know that, you've never died before.
And you have.
Yeah, multiple times.
You know what? For you, I would not fucking question that.
The camera placement, as stated, is horrendous. You will often find yourself hobbling along only to be hit with an enemy that the camera's boundaries just managed to hide. How are you supposed to know it was there? You had no reaction time. Well, if you hate being bombarded unexpectedly with enemies or scenarios that you could not have possibly anticipated, stay clear of this game, because it happens at every fucking turn. Is that irritating enough for you? What do you mean no? Do you want more pain and torture? Blimey, you lot of masochists, aren't you? Alright, let me mention another gripe I have.
3D games have a mechanic called fall damage. It's exactly what it sounds like. If you're atop a high ledge or some other elevation above a certain amount and fall off, you will gain damage upon hitting the ground relative to the height of your fall. Simple to understand. So Accolade decided to implement this mechanic into Bubsy, but engineered it in such a fashion that results in instant death because Bubsy dies in one hit. You can't make this up, can you? Apparently Bubsy hasn't learned that cats are supposed to land on their feet. There. Satisfied?
No! When you said this game was bad, I was expecting it to be punishing.
Well, that is punishing.
Not to my standards. You have to be dying at the end of the experience to be that bad.
Clearly you've not played many games.
I thought it was best to meet here.
Yeah, right in the middle of nowhere. Good decision, wise guy.
Do not insult your overseer, boy.
Operator, get your facts straight.
My apologies.
Why have you called us here?
For that, I hand you to the monkey.
A criminal from my planet has been brought here.
Intentionally, I presume.
Correct. Apparently that's part of the plan of our good friend the operator.
Naturally.
Well, you should know by now the two coppers have been brought here to pursue Jim. What we're gonna do is trick him into arresting Reggie and put the bugger on trial.
Question.
Go ahead.
What does arresting the monkey have to do with Jim?
Thought you might ask that. We're gonna send Jim out on an errand while the rest of them watch the trial.
Giving the inspector enough time to catch him.
Precisely.
So, what do you want us to do?
That's where I come in. Our colleague, Mr. X here, is going to be the lead witness in the trial. X, but I'd like you to make fake evidence to incriminate the monkey. You'll also need to be on the jury.
Isn't that collusion?
Not if we're running the trial.
Besides, it's a distraction trial. Nobody gives a damn about the details or the outcome.
One could posit that, yes.
Is money involved?
Obviously.
What the hell? I'm sold.
Perfect. Mr. Kismary, you are to accompany Reggie to the courthouse. Make sure he doesn't try to escape.
Do I get the same money he does?
Obviously.
I'm in. When do we start?
Tonight. That's when we aim to get Reggie in a position where we can arrest him. I'll dupe McGee. You guys stick to the plan. Get me?
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Right, that's settled. Get on with it.
Bubsy's mostly limited to 3 moves: a stupidly high jump, the ability to stomp on enemies, and he's able to glide. Somehow. Are these a necessity to complete the game? Well, kinda. You could just traverse the levels without jumping on enemies and limit yourself to just collecting the yarn balls, but you'll need to jump and glide to dodge everything, and given the reaction time, that's not ideal. I mean, it's kinda like driving a car without changing gear. You'll keep going, sure, but it's far more difficult and utterly pointless.
Hang on. Yarn balls? The fuck?
Yeah, I should probably explain the plot now, shouldn't I? Bubsy's a bobcat with no personality and an inability to close his mouth, the latter of which you find out when seeing the level's title cards. Which, by the way, you'll see a lot as they play every single time you die.
What could possibly go wrong?
Your game, apparently. Anyway, Bubsy has his life disturbed when a bunch of aliens called Woolies come to steal all of Earth's yarn balls. This plot point is never elaborated upon. Bubsy just so happens to have the largest collection of yarn balls on the planet. This plot point is never elaborated upon. Sensing he's got a lot to lose, he goes out to go and get the balls back. However, it's just occurred to me that his collection was never stolen by the Woolies, thus he's nicking everybody else's to add to his own, which makes him a criminal?
Balls.
No, not those balls. Balls.
Alright, those balls. Balls.
Alright, after about 2 seconds of thought, here are some questions. Why does Bubsy have the most amount of yarn balls on the planet? Is he meant to be a collector? What's the deal here? Why do the Woolies need the yarn balls? It's never elaborated upon, so do they have to come to Earth for something as bog standard as that? Do they not dream of electric sheep? That's a joke nobody's gonna get, damn. Oh, and can Bubsy please shut up?
Well, are you still playing this thing?
Look, I realize this is a bit pedantic, and I'm all for a simplistic plot, but this is Bubsy's first game. You think they'd go out of their way to do some world building, but nope. They probably said,
"Fuck that shit. I don't want to work today."
Hold on a minute.
Isn't that...
Hello.
Hi, I'm Gill Bates. They had an opportunity to explain the plot, you know, Lol.
And they didn't take it.
It was a cartoon pilot. What did you expect?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
While I'm here, I got an order from on high. Can you hurry it up a little?
Well?
I presume you know why I've called you here, Silent Face.
Actually, no.
Where's the shipment of my medication?
Up your hoop-picking strawberries.
Don't play crude with me, child. Where is it?
You're supposed to be looking after your medication supply. It's in the contract.
I didn't receive it.
Well now, there you go.
Have you forgotten why I need them?
This isn't my business.
Oh, but it is now. You see, I need those meds to remain stable.
So?
Mentally stable.
And?
Do you remember the last time I didn't have my meds?
I don't read your records. How should I know?
Well then, you'll have to find out the hard way. The hard way. Oh no, it's already started.
What started?
Get out.
What?
Get out!
Oh, crap!
Get out!
Okay, rapid fire round now. Aesthetically, the game's gorgeous. It's really pleasing to the eye, and the aesthetics were better executed than the gameplay by a country mile. It doesn't improve on the mechanics, but I can make an exception for that. The soundtrack is difficult to assess. While the music that plays is catchy, I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, the songs are not terrible, but they're not something I'd herald as the best video game music of all time. In fact, off the top of my head, the only piece of music I can remember is the title screen theme. That's just how forgettable it really is. One final deviation. For the Americans, please, for the love of God, play this game in 50 Hz, because it corrects Bubsy's slidey physics and is a lot better to control. And the bosses are piss easy. That's about it. This game's not worth anybody's time. Don't play this game. Please.
An intruder! We can't allow interference like this. Run background checks and make it snappy.
Roger that.
Vontech won't get very far now.
You're a fool.
What?
Don't you realize that we can use this to our advantage? Think of the audience.
But they've compromised our security systems. More people could break in.
Unexpected outcomes make the news, and thus should bring in more viewers.
But I don't...
Keep your opinions out of this. Let it slide. It'll benefit us in the end.
Great. Just fucking great.
Shut up. Get down there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I don't want to be here.
Whoa! Shit!
Hey, are you alright?
Don't mind me, I'm fine.
Okay then. Why are we meeting here?
Hey y'all, Charles here.
Of all the people that Wanker could have hired, why'd it have to be you?
Money is money.
You had your whole life ahead of you, Charles.
Maybe you didn't hear me. Money's money.
Alright, fine, I'll bite. Who have you found?
She's a scientist from the 1990s, young, full of her own ideas.
Got qualifications Harvard would have wet dreams about.
Insufficient data. Please check back later.
Excellent. An intellectual. Hopefully not one of the pumpers sort.
About that.
She's from Lost.
Come on!
Come on, what, my boy? I choose who I choose. Your opinion is invalid.
You chose an elitist? Really?
But of course, we can't just have any old Tom, Dick, and Sally running around the place now, do we? Gotta establish order.
How has the treatment been for the one in the helmet? Is he ready for time displacement?
No.
Oh?
Management said they knew what they were doing.
Well, did they?
Their level of mental comprehension doesn't surpass the Three Little Pigs. Take a guess.
What happened?
Monty Python, Holy Grail, some shit like that.
Oh no.
They felt it was necessary to improve his lexicon. Given his particularly old helmet, they thought it would be a good idea to show him that film multiple times over. It went on for weeks.
Can't even give him a sense of humor. Audience attention!
Somehow, it screwed him up mentally. Unsalvageable damage. Should we kill him?
Did he watch other stuff too?
Yes!
Then don't. Send him anyway.